today's interconnected world, the movement of goods across borders is no longer just about regulation. It is about growth, opportunity, and national development. At the center of this complex system stands an institution often misunderstood, yet outstandingly consequential, the Nigeria Customs Service. But beyond enforcement and revenue, a new narrative is emerging, one that speaks of knowledge, policy, and the role of ideas in shaping economic progress. This is the story of that shift, told through the work of an officer who chose to document it. Within the Nigeria Customs Service, Assistant Comptroller Lauretta Utobor is known not only for her role in the Advanced Relay Unit, but for her thoughtful engagement with trade, policy, and institutional development. Her professional journey reflects a balance between operational responsibility and intellectual curiosity, an approach that has now found expression in writing. Her book, The Gateway Economy, Customs, International Trade and Sustainable Development, offers a perspective that goes beyond routine administration. It presents customs as a driver of economic growth, a facilitator of trade, and a contributor to national development. At a time when global trade continues to evolve, the book situates Nigeria within a broader international framework, drawing from systems such as the World Trade Organization, Trade Facilitation Agreement, the Harmonized System, and other global standards. It explores how these frameworks shape policy, influence revenue generation, and support economic expansion. More importantly, it challenges a long-held perception that customs is merely about border control. Instead, it presents the service as an institution actively involved in nation building.
Assistant Controller of Customs Lauretta Utobor is a highly competent and dependable officer within the tariff and trade environment, distinguished by her strong analytical skills, sound judgment, and deep knowledge of the customs processes.
This is evident, I've seen from her contributions, especially regarding writing and guiding officers on how to better understand aspects of the harmonized system nomenclature. From her publication of what I would say an abridged version of a book that we hope to see in the future.
Going through the book that Lauretta has written, you try to see some of this blending of trade facilitation tools and instruments available, and then you also see some trade negotiation guidelines, and which makes it very, very interesting and a good read for anybody that wants to get involved in trade, both nationally and globally.
This book is an extension of what she already does. It's something that is right up her street. She's been involved in policies that surround trade facilitation. I remember one of my very first engagements with her, I think she moderated a customs event. I think it was about Fast Track, the old Fast Track. Subsequently, it's been AEO and advanced training programs, and she does a fantastic job at that. So yeah, this book just basically is her documenting what she has already been doing for a long time now.
The Tariff and Trade Department provides a clear perspective on this evolving role, particularly in aligning customs operations with global trade realities. Within this service, the importance of research, documentation, and knowledge sharing continues to gain recognition. Officers are increasingly expected not only to enforce policy, but to understand, interpret, and contribute to it.
We see a new dimension and a rise of officers in different areas. They are building their professionalism, they are building their capabilities in different areas. Before we had very limited skill sets or limited area of specialization, but now we have a broad spectrum now. If you're going into, for instance, advanced ruling, we have officers that are excelling in that area. If you're going into authorized economic operator, even single window, even human resource, you have a broad range of skill sets available and opportunities available for officers.
The officer that wrote this book, I can say, is an officer that has distinguished herself in whatever responsibility given to her. The success of advanced ruling in Nigeria Customs Service cannot be completed without mentioning her name. She has contributed immensely towards the success story we have recorded in our trade facilitation, some of our trade facilitation initiatives.
We have seen that all through her career, that for her, hard work and the hunger for excellence is always there. Whenever you assign role to her, she just doesn't perform that role in an ordinary way. She goes ahead to elevate that assignment given to her.
From a strategic and policy standpoint, contributions like this help shape institutional thinking and guide future direction. Beyond policy and frameworks lies the individual effort behind such work. Writing a book of this nature requires discipline, research, and a sustained commitment to learning, qualities that define professional growth. Colleagues speak not only of the book, but of the author herself, her dedication, her work ethic, and her quiet consistency. At the national level, trade facilitation remains central to economic policy, particularly in driving non-oil revenue and supporting private sector growth. The ideas presented in this book resonate with broader government priorities.
Writing a book signals that she is not just an operational officer, but a thought leader, someone invested in shaping the future of customs, trade policy, and national economic development through knowledge, research, and professional growth.
From policy formulation to implementation, the intersection between customs operations and national development continues to expand. Within the leadership structure of the Nigeria Customs Service, initiatives such as this reflect a broader shift towards professionalism and intellectual engagement.
The custom officer is seen as an obstacle to trade, a trade barrier. However, it's not like that. If you look at it critically, the customs administrations worldwide, including the Nigeria Customs Service, promote sustainable development. You know, we are partners in trade. Through the work that we do, we ensure that there is sustainability in the global value chain.
At this juncture, other people outside the service might know that Nigeria Customs Service, we don't have officers that are only tactically proficient, but we also incubate thought leaders within the service.
We ensure that goods are supposed to come in. We ensure that goods are prohibited. For example, you know, the arms and ammunition, illicit drugs, weapons are not supposed to be here. We ensure that those things don't come into the country. Some people undermine the value of this work that we do. But if you look at it critically, if you analyze the data, if you see the impact of our work in the society, you realize that we are actually partners.
This perspective highlights the importance of officers contributing beyond routine duties, bringing insight, analysis, and knowledge into the system. For Assistant Comptroller Lauretta Utobor, the journey into writing is not separate from her role, it is an extension of it.
To put the icing on the cake, this officer has also went further to document, write. It's not easy to write, to come up with a manuscript, to pass through rigorous editing process, to publish. It's not an easy game. So it is a call to action for officers and men of Nigeria Customs Service that you can stand out, you can make a difference wherever you find yourself, not only in Nigeria Customs Service, not only in Nigeria, you can only make a global name for yourself.
Having something like this put together by a customs officer at a time when we have a leader that is also the head of the chairperson of council, I think it puts the service in a very positive light, and it's something that is worth commending.
I want the reader out there to read this book because it provides you with the right information of who the customs officer is and what the Nigeria Customs Service serves to represent. It helps you to know that we are not obstacles to trade, but we are partners for economic growth and development. When you understand what we are, when you understand our requirements, then it provides you the opportunity for seamless trade and benefits from trade.
Her reflections provide insight into the motivation behind the book and the message it seeks to convey. In a service defined by structure and responsibility, moments like this stand out not as departure from duty, but as an expansion of it. From operational experience to intellectual contribution, the story reflects a broader evolution within the Nigeria Customs Service, one where knowledge complements service and ideas support action, and in that space between practice and thought, a new narrative continues to take shape. The Gateway Economic Customs. Trade, development, a contribution to knowledge, a reflection of service.